Two types of miter saws are the sliding and the non-sliding miter saw. Each saw is very functional and able to complete a variety of projects, however, there are some significant differences. So, let's go. Number 1, most popular. Non-sliding miter saw overview. The non-sliding miter saw is going to be your best friend if you have a large flooring or trim project in front of you. Non-sliding miter saws are capable of making cuts at a variety of angles. They are easy to set up, easy to move around, and extremely functional. Number 2. Basic functions. The primary function of a non-sliding miter saw is to cut wood on an angle or straight. The non-sliding miter saw does best with wood that is not very wide. If you try to cut a wide piece with a miter saw, you would have to cut part of it, flip it, and cut the other part. Since a non-sliding miter saw is just lifted up and down over a piece of material, you are limited as to the width of your cut. Number 3. Non-sliding miter safe. As with any saw, it is imperative to follow the proper safety protocol while operating. You should always be wearing safety glasses when working with a non-sliding miter saw. Overall, a non-sliding is not a very dangerous saw as long as you are aware of the saw and the blade at all times. Always make sure your hands and fingers are out of the way when pulling the blade down for a cut. Many non-sliding miter saws will have automatic safety shut-offs and lights for better visibility as well. Number 4. Sliding saw overview. DeWalt DWS 715 12-inch miter saw. A sliding miter saw is very similar to a miter saw except that instead of just pulling the blade down, you can also pull it towards you. So the sliding miter saw can cut a much wider board than a non-sliding miter saw can. You will not have to flip the board and cut the other side as you would with the non-sliding. If you are continually cutting larger boards, you will enjoy the sliding miter saw. Number 5. Basic functions. The sliding miter saw can do all the same things that the non-sliding can do. The fact that it can slide does make it a little easier to work with. Number 6. Sliding miter safety. Sliding miter saws are not extremely dangerous, but they are more dangerous than a non-sliding miter saw. Anytime you add more moving parts, and a different way that a blade can travel, you are opening yourself up to potential injuries. There are safety features built into the sliding miter saw that would help, but this saw is designed for a person that has some experience with using a saw. Number 7. Conclusion. It's hard to say that a sliding saw is a better saw than a non-sliding. The sliding saw does have some additional features that make it better suited for specific projects. If your budget restricts you to the non-sliding miter saw, don't feel as though you are getting a bad saw. Both the non-sliding and sliding miter saws are essential saws for any woodworker or builder.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe our channel.